in the front page of the newspaper when they report on governor's first 100 days. So with that, your time starts now.
Well, thank you for this opportunity to be here back in New York. And I've used to live right in New York. My kids went to school. My kids went to country day school. So this is a geography that's close, near and close to my heart. And I'm Dr. Nche, Zama, running for governor. In answer to that question, I believe there's no agenda that we can pursue. Let's get pragmatic if we're not united. We're too polarized. This state is too divided. The country is too divided. I'm running as a governor to be a governor who can unite people. We need to bring people back together. And if we're not together, no agenda has any meaning. I believe in unity, not uniformity. So one of the first things I'll do as a governor is to bring the various factions from the other side, all of us together, to start talking about a common plan and a common destiny. And so the first 100 days of my leadership, I want the public to see that there's new critical thinking leadership in Harrisburg, which is what we've needed all along. And hopefully in those first 100 days, I'll already set the process for trials for crimes against humanity for Wolf and his past Secretary of Health who's been promoted. I'm a cardiac surgeon, decisive, focused, no nonsense, gets the job done. And Zama actually means get the job done. Also, I will be sure that our businesses that have been struggling under inordinate taxation and regulations immediately will cut those taxes, eliminate those archaic regulations. That can be done. It's not rocket science, it's not molecular orbital theory. Third, I will be sure that we start a strategy mapped out to have facilities to address mental illness in this community, especially among our children. If you don't fix all these foundations, anything else you plan is worthless, and we'll have a pandemic management and interceptive medicine council to anticipate the next pandemic so we're not reactive. Those are the things that I will do. A little bit about myself. I was born in Cameroon in a grass hut village, National Geographic village, to two poor, illiterate subsistence farmers, my mom and dad. And I was raised in that hut, went to school. Unfortunately, when I was about 10 years old, my mother bled to death in my hands after childbirth. And I decided I wanted to be a doctor. And so I embarked on a journey with $20 as a 14-year-old and arrived in the greatest country in the world that has allowed me to stand on this podium and address you today. And I want that American dream that has led me to attain the best education any kid can dream of in the world. A Harvard-trained heart surgeon with a PhD in chemistry and a master's in management. I want to make that dream real for the people, especially our children in Pennsylvania. So I'm running to be a governor for our children, because any decision we make must be centered on the value proposition to our children. Otherwise, these decisions are self-serving. I believe in fundamental conservative Republican values. I consider myself a conservative, compassionate, critical thinker. My gosh, I think we're in a crossroads in our history when that's what we need for leadership. You set low standards, expect poor outcomes. It's time to change the paradigm in our thinking about who should be a leader in Harrisburg. Now, I'm running a clean campaign. I'm not there to upstage anybody, none of the mudslinging and adverse commentaries about each other. I'm staying focused on the issues. I love all my colleagues. I feel privileged to have these great gentlemen and lady. Okay. I know the coronavirus has been mutating. I turn around and expect to see Melissa Hart. And I know a thing or two about mutations. And I'm all for the Second Amendment. You know, if you know how many guns you have, you don't have enough of them. We're protected by the Second Amendment, the Constitution protects us. But primarily, my people, let's be pragmatic. You need pragmatic leadership. We have energy right beneath us. We have the strongest agricultural industry in the world right here. I speak 6 languages fluently. First thing I'll do, open new international markets for these great products. And that will draw in so much revenue that we can use it to offset so many of our social challenges and ills that we're grappling with in Pennsylvania. That's the type of thinking that we need to move away from provincial thinking into. And I'm a guy who can do that. I've seen more suffering than a lot of people have. I've seen more destitution. Right in this state, I've had to pay medical bills and pharmaceutical bills for our veterans and our elderly. Well, under my leadership, we will focus on Pennsylvania and not illegal aliens where we spend billions of dollars. And have the American flag. Keep in mind, I'm a cardiac surgeon and a scientist. I'm the ultimate package deal, I say. I'm not trying to deride anybody, but these are just facts. And as a cardiac surgeon, you can trust me as you have with your heart in my hands, and whether it's adults or baby hearts. As a cardiac surgeon and a scientist, I will be a strong advocate for, we live in a knowledge-based economy, my people. Energy. Who else could articulate these issues on a national platform that raises the profile of Pennsylvania to a position where it ought to be? Set low standards, expect poor outcomes. So give me a chance, and I'll never disappoint you. I know a thing or two about high-performance teams. And finally, I'm a nightmare to the Democratic Party, and Judge Shapiro cannot compete with me. You know that. And 2 words. If he comes after me, lay in bed tonight and think about it. We must win in November. It's not winning in May. If he comes after me, he loses half of his voters. I want to unite this party and grow this party. And I want to bring a box of diapers to the stage when he chooses to debate me. Buy your popcorn. I love you.
Hey, Dr. Zama, he was right on the money at 7 minutes.